But I would say it can all lump together. It can all come to one central principle. And the central principle is locus of control. Are you a victim or do you own? It's almost what you are doing in Parcion. You're helping people to become ownership of their financial future. You're helping them chart their own destiny by taking control rather than being a victim of the things that we just heard that are out of our control. How do you then do that in terms of your health trajectory? The same way, your locus of control. Now, people will often find excuses. Let me use an example. Ozempic or Wegovy, right? Those are the topics of today, aren't they? Those are the weight loss drugs. They're actually not, they're diabetes drugs. Now, do you know the difference between Ozempic and Wegovy? So they're the same drugs. They have the exact same biologically active molecules in them. The difference is that Wegovy, which has got a claim the FDA has allowed for weight loss, is twice the dose of that of Ozempic, which has a diagnosis or approval for diabetes. Now, it's interesting, Ozempic then has been approved for use by adolescents for weight loss, but not Ozempic because it's a diabetes drug, and so it's not allowed for adolescents. I hope you're getting the drift of where I'm trying to go here. The mystery, the convolution of knowledge often gets us into a state of confusion. And then we say, okay, regardless of whether it's twice the dose or lower dose, what do you think about Wegovy or Ozempic as a concept? This is a GLP-1 agonist drug. That's how they work, by activating a intraendocrine hormone called glucagon-like peptide 1. It's been said they work by reducing your appetite. Well, that's only partially true. You can only account for a very small amount of the weight loss based on appetite reduction, calorie reduction. The majority of it is as it relates to a mechanism of the release of this hormone into your blood, GLP-1, that stimulates insulin activity and affects then inflammatory immune response, which are both then associated with weight gain. It makes your fat friendly. People with angry fat are people that have obese-related problems. So it makes your fat friendly. Now, let me just ask you then, what does GLP-1 do in the body? Was it just there waiting for the development of these drugs? No, GLP-1 in the body is a natural rhythmic hormone produced by what you eat. And it turns out that the stimulant that stimulates the release of GLP-1 into your blood, the same molecule that you are activating with Ozempic and Wegovy, that GLP-1 is stimulated by the consumption of foods that have bitter taste flavor, meaning vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, things that have, you probably heard of bitter melon, which is used to treat diabetes. It's very bitter, and it activates GLP-1 release. Hops, those of you that like bitter beers, there's a way of getting release of GLP-1. We studied that, published a number of papers on this, actually. So what I'm saying to you is, if you eat the right diet, you're biologically modulating the same process that you are pharmacologically modulating if you use Wegovy and Ozempic. But because people don't want to take that self-control, it's easier to take the drug, which then now we're starting to see what the side effects will be. Because it's only a matter of time when you start applying a new medication to a population at large that you start saying, well, why didn't we know that before? Because of the biological variability of people. The natural processes, however, are evolved by the largest laboratory experiment ever done called natural selection. How long have we ever been eating these foods? That's the real science.